Good morning. Welcome to just welcome because we're back. It's been a minute. It's been a long time coming. I'm basically retired, but I've been forced to come back to get niggas motivated. It's my responsibility to whip these black men in shape. Cause all hell Donald J. Trump or
What?
whatever. Nah.
No.
But welcome everyone. Welcome to another episode of Blerd Line Media. Blerd Lines podcast. I'm sorry, I'm tired. Hope everyone's doing well. We got the original trio. We got Dad Pat in the building. We got the demigod, and you got your boy. We got a lot to catch up on. We got a few things to talk about, and this is improv. We finna just have fun this time around. So that
It's
being
been a
said,
minute, man. It's been a minute, man. We need to address our contemporaries, you know what I'm saying? And
Rubber
just
band.
hang out with our people.
Rubber band, bitch.
No summer band, no summer band, no summer band.
Rubber
We just
band,
wanna
man.
we just wanna hang out with the peeps, you feel me? Shit, we ain't seen y'all in a minute. Shit, what y'all been up to? What y'all been doing?
Dad Pat, you can go ahead and go.
Yeah,
You
definitely.
know, I've been a lot of places, man. I can't hold you up. I've been a lot of places. Um, the reason I have been so MIA is my computer crashed. I had like a stupid update that from Windows that was like half baked when they rolled it out, and it required me to wipe my PC in order to get my shit back up and running.
Oh, sad face.
Yeah, so that's been a headache. It's been a while now. It's been like a bit over a month. No, maybe about a month since it's happened. But it's just really just knocked a lot of the wind out of my sails. Um, Marketing business is slowing down in the cold weather time. So picked up a part-time job at Best Buy of all places. So
Fire.
been busy with that a lot. Been kind of the plug for some of the homies, but it's been an interesting couple weeks, couple months. But nonetheless, I'm here. I'm just tired as fuck. Look at my face. Look at my face. It's the face of a tired man. Okay. I've been doing more pretending to play video games while fighting off sleep than actually playing video games lately.
That's crazy. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
But we here.
Perry, where you been at, man?
I've been in the trenches, dog.
In the
Been in the
trenches.
trenches, man. I've been working hard for an opportunity. As a lot of tech has been my passion for quite some time, and I finally made a huge breakthrough. Getting a job at a well-known financial institution, bank, and actually just did my interview for the boot camp I went through on LinkedIn. Quite a few people reached out, and yeah, man, I've just been grinding, building projects, looking at how I can expand my skill set and who I can work with and influence. So that's what I've been, man. Focus on that.
Hell yeah. Congratulations, my boy.
Uh,
Congratulations.
Oh,
Yeah, man, I've been around the block my damn self. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's been a whirlwind. Ain't gonna hold you.
like a Donkey and Shrek adventure.
Listen, man, layoffs in this industry and in this time frame are real. Let me tell you. 'Cause I definitely thought my fucking job was secure, and it has not been. So, yeah, been searching, been doing our thing. We got a couple opportunities. I actually got an opportunity with the same institution as Perry. So, can't wait to start that venture and get into my developer's bag, you know what I mean?
he's on my
But
slave
we
ship.
still streaming. Uh we've been streaming and we've actually gotten a couple accolades. So if you don't know, you won't know. Demigod Sean is monetized on 4 platforms now. We
Oh,
got TikTok, we got
oh,
Twitch, we got
oh,
Kick, and we got
yes,
Facebook. You know what I'm
oh.
saying? So we in the and technically Facebook is Meta, so we got Instagram too. We working on the YouTube. You know what I mean? We building the YouTube page up. We had about 25 subscribers now. I can't even remember. But then also your boy Demigod Sean has a gift for everybody in Blerd Lines. I have been granted affiliation with Dr. Squatch soap as well. So if you use my code, it's actually my real name, Sean Pack, at the checkout line at Dr. Squatch, you will receive a discount for whatever you order. So go ahead. They actually changed it recently. I believe it's a percentage now or a number of soaps. So you got to double check. I'll put the code in the chat. You just use Sean Pack at the checkout line when you go to Dr. Squatch and make your order. And you'll get a discount. So, you know, helping out the people, helping out my boys, smell good, smell like a demigod, if you will. You know what I mean? Because I stand by Dr. Squatch. I've been using it for about 3-4 years now. It's worked wonders for my skin. So I'm sure all of you will enjoy it as well. And that's kind of where I've been at, man.
Appreciate it. Can I do just quick shout out to the bro?
Absolutely.
Shout out to Sean. Shout out to my guys, bro. Because when I call and it's an emergency, they hear it in my voice, they pulling up. And Sean did that this weekend. I appreciate that, bro.
Yeah.
The wife appreciates what you did,
good,
man.
Bro.
So
it's all good, bro. It's all good.
I want to give a shout out to the guys. Anyone that knows
where I can.
Yeah. People know that I do not play about the people that I love at all. So when I'm thinking irrational, they kind of know that he's real close of he's gonna crash, and it's just good to have those voices of reasoning and like you have every right to do so, but let's look at the situation from the grand view where you at. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate that, and I just want to show more gratitude to people around because people don't do that enough. So I want to say thank you. A shout out to my boy Tellis and Rich. My boys out in Chicago. They broke everything down and it was like, hey, don't overthink it because what's home is supposed to be home, so you good. So I appreciate y'all. So yeah. Shout out to G.
Absolutely.
Well, I don't like thanking him because it's Greg.
Because it's great.
I've known him since I was literally in elementary, so I can claim him literally on my taxes as an older brother.
Type shit.
Like it's funny because when I had that run in with such and such, you came up in conversation. Because you remember it was that span. I think I had this conversation with both of y'all where I was like, yo, I think I saw such and such at my son's school, but she had a kid. I'm kind of confused, but it really looks like her. She brought that up. It was like, bro, like, I ain't got no kid. It couldn't have been me. And I'm like, you say that, but she looked like you. And she kept greeting me like happily, like to the point like it was strange. Like it had to be you pranking me, right?
Right.
She was like, nah. I was like, I even had a conversation with the homies. I talked to Nick and Sean about it. And she said, Sean. So how is Nick? I was like, Nick is cool. She's like, he's such a sweetheart. And I'm just like, he alright.
That's hilarious.
I don't really like dude, but he alright, I guess. Yeah. It's like, yeah. So it's like you just elicit that response everywhere you go.
I do.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? You know what's hilarious? The wife had a response about Sean and my boy Eric. Wife was like, you know what? Most of your friends, I love all your friends because they're all married, except for Eric and Sean. They're whores. I'm like, well, out of all of them, those are the ones that's probably going to ride for you the most. They're going to be like,
not wrong.
Oh, snap.
Oh, snap. There goes Greg.
I have no idea what just happened.
But he's back.
Oh, man.
But yeah, man, it was, yeah, man. So Shout out to my boys, man.
That's funny as fuck,
We got a
man.
lot to talk.
That's
Oh,
great.
I found a way to incorporate because I like streaming, but I like just not being on camera. Follow me on
Mhm.
Twitch because I stream like Avatar. Okay, pretty cool.
Oh yeah, you're
Oh,
doing the what is it?
VTuber.
The co-working space. It's really cool because you get like so people can run commands and I could just do like a to-do list. And I tell them like when I'm working on it. Yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
that's pretty cool. That's lit. That's lit. So yeah, man, where y'all want to start off, man? We got a couple things. Y'all want to start with PS5 Pro? Y'all want to start with Game of the Year, backlog? Like where we at?
I'm gonna start off with
Let's
PS5 Pro because
yeah,
y'all
let's start with the pro. Let's start with the pro.
Okay.
because I don't have one yet.
Okay, so me and Pac both were lucky enough to acquire PS5 Pros in savory or unsavory ways. It don't matter.
Don't matter.
So there's been a lot of scuttlebutt on the internet about
Yeah,
what's going on with these things.
yeah.
So we could just spill everything about it. But I think an interesting way to start with this is to kind of address some questions that maybe people that don't have them would want to ask or are curious about.
Yeah.
Uh, so with that, Perry, chat's a little dry right now. I see Mr. Turner in there. I don't know if he's active or not. Did you have any questions just starting out and like what the PS5 Pro experience is really like versus how it's marketed?
So for me, is it worth the upgrade for one? And what's going to like can you validate the purchase as far as hardware wise, specs on it, how smoothly does it run? Should I just keep that or should I just go ahead and continue thinking about investing into C build?
Okay, okay. So I would imagine that me and Pac probably have very different answers. But Pac, you go first.
I'm gonna say, in all honesty, if you have a PS5 Slim, I don't necessarily think that the PS5 Pro is quite worth it for you. I think that if you got an original PS5, you could more easily validate the purchase
I'm just
simply
curious.
because
Why would you say?
I think so because of well, there's apparently been like a lot of heating issues and shit with PS5 originals, especially standing them up. Um, as far as I know, PS5 Pro doesn't have that problem. My original PS5 didn't have that problem, but then also just like size and um like the sound of the fan. Honestly, like PS5 is kind of loud when it gets
Really?
hot. When it gets going, it's kind of loud. I mean, I have it sitting like right next to me. You know what I mean? So I feel like I hear it a little bit more than I probably should. But the PS5 Pro, I don't hear at all.
Now,
You
let me
know what I
ask you
mean?
this in reference to the base PS5's noise. Like,
Mhm.
how often do you clean yours out?
Oh, I've been cleaning it out probably every couple months or so. And it's not like jet stream loud.
It's
Of
not
course, it's
like
not.
PS4 Pro.
No, absolutely not.
That mother's
Absolutely
like a
not.
vacuum.
Yeah, no. It's not that loud at all. But
Okay.
it's loud enough to the point where if I take off my headpiece, you know what I mean,
Mhm.
and I'm running something like, Cyberpunk 2027, or if I'm in a really really deep fight in Elden Ring or something like that, yeah, I can kind of hear it. You know what I mean? With the PS5 Pro, I haven't had that experience. So I think that if you're getting a PS5 Pro and you've had a PS5 original, yeah, validate that purchase for sure. I think that if you have a 4K TV or 4K monitor, sure, validate that purchase. Um, but if you don't have those things, if you haven't experienced original PS5 issues at all, if you have a PS5 Slim currently, you probably don't need a PS5 Pro. I'm gonna be honest. The games look gorgeous. I fuck with them quite a bit. But yeah, I mean, if you already got the 4K TV, kind of can validate it. You got the 4K TV. You're not having no problems with your current PS5. Everything's good. I feel like kind of do what you want in that situation, but for the most part, if you don't have the necessary equipment, you don't need it.
So that much I can agree with you on. I do feel like if you do not have the necessary equipment, it's a
Wait.
waste of money. But what am I waiting for?
Oh no, you're good. You're good. You're good. Oh, it's
I think it's low key BS Sony's try. I don't know what you mean by BS Sony try.
Zion. You
Zion,
think it's a low key BS Sony try? Zion Smith,
yeah.
trying to have that price. I hear you.
Well, I don't. So this is my thing. So before I kind of get into my thoughts on like the overall like view of it, I don't necessarily think it's BS on the price. Like one thing we got to think about is right now the PS5 base digital is what, $440 in the
Mhm.
stores, I think, right? Because the regulars are
Mhm.
like 500 now or whatever, and then the disc drive is like 500 now, and then the digital is like 440 or some shit like that.
Right.
So that one there, with the hard drive that's in it, it's what, 1 terabyte or just a little bit less. So we're bumping up to a full 2 terabytes.
That's true.
And SSD alone, from a 1 terabyte to a 2 terabyte, you're looking at $100 already. You know what I mean? So we're looking at a digital version. So we're going from 440
Yeah.
to 540. Now we're talking about a higher graded GPU in there.
Right.
You know, and I mean, when you're upgrading your GPU anyway, I mean, I'm sure if we looked at the price from a 3080 to a 4080, we'll probably see there's a couple $100 in price difference there.
There is.
So I really think when you look at the components in it, like they're selling it probably still at a loss. I don't think Sony's dumb, and I think that when it comes to them not putting a vertical stand in there and not putting a PlayStation DualSense Edge in there, because I heard a
Yeah.
lot of people like complaining that those should be in there. I
Mhm.
think the reason they don't put those in there is simply because they know that if they would have gave you this and said, all right, it's $1,000, but now it comes with a stand and now it comes with a DualSense Edge, people would have lost their fucking minds. They're
Yeah.
already losing their minds over $700.
Yeah.
And when I first saw $700 as well, I was like, ooh, I
I
don't
mean,
know.
let's be for real. People were losing their minds over the 30th anniversary pack, right?
Yeah,
So the
like those bundles. Yeah.
yeah, the 30th anniversary bundle came with a PS5 Pro, a DualSense Edge controller, and a portal. It came with all of that for like 1,200.
Yeah. Yeah, and I got you. And Zion, you're not wrong. There are some PCs that could rival the specs for around that same price or lower. But at the same time, think about this: if you're buying a PC and you have to meet those specs or lower, right? So we're talking about buying a $700 PC, right? Think about this: most people that are buying a PS5 Pro already have a TV. It comes with a controller. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So we're set. But when you're buying that gaming PC, not only do you have to buy the PC, but now you got to buy a compatible monitor for
Monitor.
it.
Yep.
That monitor to tap in to what that PS5 Pro is offering you, 4K 60 on most games, not all, but most games. You're gonna have to spend at least another $200 to $300 to get a mid-grade 4K monitor. You know,
That's true.
that's not even, you talking about FreeSync, G-Sync, and then it's like, what, are you going to use a stock keyboard and mouse, or are you going to have to buy a keyboard and mouse?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now you've come out of another couple $100.
Yep.
So
Yeah. RGB
honestly,
and all that shit.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So honestly, if you buy a vanilla ass gaming PC, which you know most people don't want these days, that PlayStation 5 Pro is probably still going to come out a little cheaper, even if you tack on PlayStation Plus and even if you tack on like whatever else with it, it's going to be cheaper than all of the additional cost of what comes with the PC in the long run.
I mean, just being for
Um,
real, I've spent 1,800 on my PC with my 2 monitors, with
yeah,
my tower, which is, you know, it's not out of this world. It's like a 3050 or whatever. But like I'm doing well with the games that I decided to play on here.
G check phone.
yeah,
I can play Starfield, you know what I mean? Like I can play cool Xbox games or whatever, right? And then I got this PS5 Pro that I can use my current PC monitor for, right? 4K, 60 frames, 120 hertz. Like we're good to go. It makes sense for me to go ahead and get
yeah,
this item. You know what I mean? It
right,
doesn't necessarily make sense if I only were to have a 1080 HD TV,
yeah.
right?
And kind of back to the original question of what Perry was saying
This is an expensive
is,
habit. Yes.
yeah, it is an expensive habit. Well, expensive hobby. I think drugs are an expensive habit, but video games are an expensive hobby.
True.
Um, but well, back to like Perry's original question, like, is it worth it? Again, echoing what you said, Pac, I think it does depend a lot on if you have the equipment necessary to make it worth it. Personally, I have a 65-inch 4K OLED TV, high refresh rate, variable refresh rate at that. So for me, I have a TV that is able to actually man the power.
Right.
Um, and it's great. What I would say is, like, do you need it? No,
No.
absolutely not. Um, are there going to be some people out there that want it? Yes. And I do find it is justified if you're one of those people that it does matter to. Um, because, like, on my end, what I would say is, one of the most interesting, like, field tests I've ran on it is Devil May Cry 5. Devil May Cry 5 is a PS4 game that was ported over as a really early remaster as a launch game for the PS5.
Mm.
Um, and interesting enough, Capcom kind of, I don't know if it was an accident or intentional or what, but the way that they rolled this game out, they kind of future proofed it for the PS5 Pro, which I think is really fucking cool. Because when this game originally came out, you could play high refresh rate mode before the 120 like mode was completely ready for PS5. They already put that out there. The variable refresh rate mode was already ready. So they put it in where the game essentially has an uncapped frame rate when you play it, and then you can turn off your ray tracing, or you can turn it on, and so on and so forth. You can really kind of tweak and customize the game to kind of run the way that you want it to. Um, so I got a little curious, just knowing from my previous experience and dicking around with my TV that actually has a frame counter on it, which is pretty nice.
Mhm.
Fired it up just to kind of check it out, and what I found was originally, and on my original PS5, when you turn on ray tracing and you uncap the frame rate and play on fidelity mode, originally you're getting like anywhere from like 25 to 32 frames a second. Um, so
Wow.
essentially, you would have to turn off the ray tracing
Right.
and maybe play in performance in order to get anything going on it. Whereas this go around, I fired up the same game. I turned the ray tracing on. I uncapped the frame rate, put it in fidelity mode, and the same game, I'm getting at least 60, as high as like 90 frames per second in this game
Really?
with the ray tracing on, with fidelity mode. I mean, it's
That's
like, to
dope.
me, someone who has been a lifelong Devil May Cry fan, even part two. Um, yeah, go figure. But anyway, but even part two, I've been a lifelong Devil May Cry fan, though I'm not as great as like some of those combo fiends at it. Um, I've only played Devil May Cry 5 once, but it is one of those games that I'm actually more so looking to get back into and play for a second and third time moving forward. So overall, I would say that the performance is important if you're somebody that it matters to. It's not something that you need, but it is a nice addition for someone who wants the easy button on getting better performance and maxing out the your television.
Zion said,
Uh,
I think the overall marketing to the PS5 to me was at least a bit lackluster. Maybe if they showed new games or actual sequels or PC port games console gamers has been asking for. I feel that.
I don't
I
like.
feel that.
So this is my thing. Like, I don't knock them for not showing new games, and I've
I would
been
have loved
saying
a new
this.
game.
Yeah,
I
I
would have
would have
loved a
loved
new
that too.
game.
But the thing is, at the beginning of the year, Sony was very clear. They said, "Hey, we got a couple second party games coming out. We don't have any major first party games coming out this year. We got some stuff rolling out Q1 next year,
Yeah.
but we're taking it easy this year. Okay, this is
Yeah.
our bye week essentially." People are still freaking out. I don't know why. They made it very fucking clear. But my thing is, I think that the biggest issue with their marketing is something that they can't control, or something maybe they should have made a better attempt to get control of. But what happens is you see these PlayStation 5 comparisons. And what happens is people are watching this shit on YouTube, which is already compressing these
Press.
files from raw
Yeah.
4K.
Yeah.
They're watching these videos on their phone, which aren't true 4K, and then they're trying to compare a compressed phone compressed video over YouTube 4K image versus a 1080p or semi 4K image between PS5 and PS5 Pro on their phones. And it can't be done, at least not feasibly. Um, what I would say is, like, if you really want to kind of get an idea, because I mean, and I think that kind of falls to the market. Like, how do you control that? Like,
Right.
I think that Sony should be doing a better job of getting into these Best Buys, getting into these Walmarts. And as someone who is a part timer at a Best Buy right now, I can tell you when you go in there, you'll see, oh, like a on the Sony TVs, like a clip where it's like, oh, this is the new Spider-Man game, and they'll show you clips from it, and they want you to buy it. Like, cool. Last of Us is there too. Um, what I would say is, hold on, Bo. What I would say is, like, if they could do a better job of getting into those places and showing comparisons of the PS5 to PS5 Pro
Mhm.
in your actual brick and mortar electronic stores, I think people would better understand.
Mhm.
But that's just me.
So now that I get the games Sony remakes for the 500th time, you're going to get those games. Gamers who will buy it, it sells. Biggest
But
example, Last of Us 1, 2, Horizon Forbidden West,
I
and the sequel.
I
Yeah,
will
yeah.
say remaking The Last of Us one quite a few times I get, but when it got remade on the PS5, you can see the upgrade quality
You can
one
absolutely see the
thousand
difference.
percent. Like
Yeah.
it would ran so much smooth. And I get it. I mean, like they did it. I mean, Skyrim, Bethesda did it with Skyrim, and that still sold off the shelves like
True,
crazy.
true,
So I mean,
true.
we as gamers need to be better. Well, no, I can't even say that. I can't even say that because there is tons of games out there that are creatively out there, and people are. I mean, companies are actually trying. It's just people aren't willing to try them out or even give it a chance. So, like, if try something for yourself and then give an honest take on it after
Yeah.
you played it, instead of listening to the minority of saying, "Oh, this game is trash," or this, that, and the third, or just
He's
ignore
right though.
the.
We do need to get those consoles like back into the store so people can
Yeah,
try them out again. You know what I'm saying? Because
I think we
like
need to get
that,
more AA games instead of AAA, like the in between games, and so they won't cost so much.
yeah,
So I mean,
yeah. I think it mattered a lot when we were able to actually play with the consoles. You know what I mean, in the stores and shit. And I think that really made a difference on our opinions about the games and about the consoles when they first came out and shit like that. But like we don't get that chance anymore. So it's like increasingly difficult, you know what I mean, to really judge what a console is capable of through YouTube, like you said, because obviously videos are compressed and shit like that. So I don't know, man. I think that if you have the means and you have like the necessary equipment to pull out all of the stops and to actually use the PS5 Pro to its complete capability, grab it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's my
and
complete
I
take
also
on
will
it.
say like gaming. I want people to realize this is a hobby.
Right,
This is not something
right,
that you need. This is something that you want to do. And if you
right,
don't play Keeping Up with the Joneses, don't do it. You don't need
Yeah.
to.
right. Don't
You
play
can
You
get
keeping up
you
with the
get you
Joneses
get
for
what you
sure.
want.
yeah, you
Like,
get
don't
what
ever
Yeah.
feel pressure to get anything.
yeah.
I mean, and as I am very quick in regards of like the Last of Us Horizon stuff, two things to keep in mind here. Especially with the Last of Us, it made perfect sense. The HBO show came out,
Yeah.
and there were millions of people jumping into the world of Telu that had no idea what it was before it was there, and found out after the credits roll. And at the end of the credits, there's a mention of PlayStation Studios. They're like, wait a minute, this is a video game?
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
those people, what do they want to do? They want to go play it. They know that they bought a PS5 for Call of Duty last year, and now this new thing is out. They don't know what it is. They want the biggest and better version that they can find. It's there on the PS5. It looks good. It plays good. It's modern, and it's not this old, antiquated, weird game from the PS3. It made sense. And if you don't want it, don't buy it. If you do want it and you own it already, $10. You don't have to
Mm-hmm.
buy
Mm-hmm.
it. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think that the upgrade path that they've done is, oh, we've remastered Ghost of Tsushima, $10. Oh, we've remastered
I think
Horizon,
it's
$10.
phenomenal.
I even with what was the other one? Kojima, Death Stranding,
Mm-hmm.
$10. It's
Mm-hmm.
completely fair. You know, they're
They
not selling.
redid GTA too. $20 for just the online version.
Yeah, I mean, I think when we're talking about remastering these games and selling them at a discounted price to the people that own them already, cool. Even if you want to mark it up to the $50 to trick people into paying the full 60 for the thing from the old game to the new one, like that's their prerogative. Like I think that people sometimes put too much feelings into companies, and the thing is, the company's job is to make money. So when companies do things and you guys are saying, "Oh, it's a cash grab," well, what else is a company supposed to do except for grab cash?
True.
Vote with your wallet. If you don't like it, just don't buy it, dude. Like, it is
No,
what it
no, no.
is.
But what we're not gonna do is like hammer down on this guy. Like we're gonna like this. We're not gonna be aggressive, passive aggressive when saying it's like, hey, again, it's just a hobby. You don't have to keep up with the Joneses. If it's something that you enjoy, you enjoy it. If you have an honest opinion speaking out to it, allow yourself to voice your opinion on it. And that's perfectly fine with reasoning. I get like people concerns about it because the gaming industry is in a particular place that is fickle and very vocal about certain things. But we need to understand like conversation is needed in a healthy manner. So like perfect example, the latest Dragon Age. Like it looked like a phenomenal game to me. But after
Mm-hmm.
doing my thorough research and actually talking to people who played it, there's certain things that I just don't agree with. And it's not about the inclusiveness, it's the dialogue that does not make sense. And things need to feel natural when games like that are something I really enjoy. I love RPG games. And I totally agree with you, Zion. Like, at least they're not greedy. Like, yeah, EA is filthy greedy. Like, I do not agree with anything that
Yeah.
they do. They are absolutely
Yeah.
greedy. So
EA
I
is
don't.
egregious.
It's terrible. So we need to come together as gamers and build our communities around things that we love and tailor to them because we're in a very particular place where we have the opportunity to control a lot of what the producers of the contents that we love because we're the ones that are playing it and we are the ones that are putting out the reviews for it. But we need to make sure that we are playing this content at a healthy rate instead of just to pump new things out like every other week because they're everyone that's how you keep up with the Joneses. It's like, no, we need to slow
Hmm.
things down and enjoy
Yeah.
the things that we have. That's why we
As
as
an
a
experienced Destiny player, I can absolutely say that like back when Destiny 1 was out and shit was new and fresh and it was mysterious and you kind of had to work with your community to kind of figure things out together. Like that was what made the game fun. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
then when by the time Destiny 2 came out, like YouTube videos were out first day and there was no like there's really no heart to the community anymore after that. You know what I mean? Like it just becomes a cycle of, okay, did you do this content? Okay, you haven't done this content yet, do this content, and then wait for the next round of content, right? And be bored while you're waiting because you've completed everything that's available in the current season or what have you. And I don't
Yeah.
know. It's become lifeless. You know what
Lifeless,
I'm
man. It's
saying?
like you gotta.
Like,
That's why I like MMOs, man, because it's like you keep life in there. Like you find different ways to learn things. It's like the community is healthy, especially if you find your own people that you can actually game with and enjoy. So
Right.
it's just for myself. I'm at a particular spot where I'm I'm in that trophy hunting community, but we're taking our time and enjoying the game. Like, oh, this is really fun. Like Boulder's Gate is something that I still play like every other week with
I
my
need to
close
get
friend
back to it
Ryan.
on my portal, man. It was so fun on my
It's still
portal.
fun, bro. It's like when you slow things down and just enjoy what's there. I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
cool. I'm gonna get to it when I want to get to it, and then I
right.
look at reviews. Then like, okay, I understand what they're saying. Though, I don't think you actually play the game. I think you're just biting off some other person's content. So that's where I'm at with it. Like I can't wait until we talk about the backlog because I'm legitimately having fun taking my time playing these games and enjoying them for what they are. I'm like, oh,
Thinking
this
of
is what I've
Dragon
always
Age.
wanted. So like, yeah, Dragon Age plays like you can make. Yeah, I've heard that and I've seen that.
Thank you.
So it's like
Most dialogue is bossy. Bossy is crazy.
it's we'll have more on sidecar conversation on
Bossy
that one.
dialogue is insane.
Right. He's given super manager, micro manager.
Oh my
We don't
god.
do
Hey,
that
you can cast a
here
spell.
in Nora.
Right.
We don't do
Hey,
that.
Suspect
you
is on
kill
his
me now.
period.
Right.
But yeah, what's the next one? Next topic.
Great. That's great. So I do want to close out the PS5 Pro
Oh yeah.
conversation so we kind of move forward. But just like closing it out, I just want to go ahead and just kind of drop for each of us that have a PS5 Pro right now. Sean, what would you say is the best looking game you've seen on it thus far?
Man, man, Cyberpunk has looked amazing. I ain't gonna lie to you. And it's not even one of the ones that's like PS5 Pro
So it's not
enhanced.
an
You know what
official.
I'm
It's not an
saying?
official patch just yet.
No, but
Nice.
it
Okay.
looks fucking amazing. But if I had to pick a PS5 Pro enhanced, Jones, uh, I honestly don't know. It probably end up being Call of Duty, just because that's the game I've been playing the most for real.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Again, not on anyone's bingo card that we would be playing
No,
as
not
much
at
time
all.
as we are.
Not at all.
Yeah.
I think I have 100 hours in COD. I'm ashamed of
That's
myself.
crazy. You are a dirty casual, my good sir.
Dirty
Um,
casual, sir.
right. I would probably say I think the best looking game that I've seen on it is either Horizon Forbidden West.
Mm,
Looks amazing.
mhm.
Especially like that the Burning Shores final boss looks crazy. Or probably Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart just looks like eye-watering good. Like it's just ridiculous how good that game looks.
That's dope.
Um, but yeah, most improved definitely would either be Stellar Blade or Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Though. But moving forward, where we going next? Game of the year talk, or do we want to talk about backlog?
We do some
We
game of the year talk.
gave me your talk because I have egregious backlog.
Oh my god. Okay.
Same.
All
Same.
right. So where are we at right now? We don't want to talk about game awards. We just want to talk about at this point we are in the last quarter of the year. What would you say are your one or two games of the year at this point?
I will start. Speak for all of us. No one had that fucking game. That's fucking disgusting. Call of Duty is really
Call
goddamn
of
fun.
Duty. Call
really
of Duty is
What?
in the running for your game
Call
of the
of
year.
Duty?
I-
Oh my god,
bro. Like
Oh my god!
I am having it
What?
extremely.
You can't be serious right
I
now.
am so fucking.
You can't be serious right now.
I not even y'all.
Wow.
I'm at like 25 hours in that game, and that's like up and running 25 hours, not just sitting there at and like consistently playing this fucking game.
Call of Duty is your game of the year,
That's
bro.
wild.
I
Wild.
never thought I would see that.
Because again, I was a Black Ops 3 fanboy. Greg will tell you I was on that motherfucker religiously. But why?
Dude.
Call of Duty.
Because that's how you gotta say it. What's going on, Jazz?
So
Yeah.
it's wild as fuck as much as that is.
Wild, sir.
And I will say, and then Black Myth Wukong. I haven't gotten Stellar Blade yet. But I just know me as a Souls player that I'm gonna like Black Myth Wukong. I just need to get to that because I'm gonna try to
You
platinum.
need to get into it because that is my game of the year. Black Myth Wukong is my game of the year. I just recently finished it on stream with the good ending and the kaiju battle. Oh my gosh, I clipped it. So if you go to my Twitch page, Demi Guy Shine, you'll see the clip. You'll see my reaction, live reaction or whatever. But yo, Black Myth Wukong is game of the year.
Okay.
I don't care what nobody says, bro. Like,
I mean, I think it's possible. Like
the cutscenes, like the animes and bro, the haiku, bro. It's beautiful.
Headless homie, headless guitar, headless homie on the guitar.
It's a beautiful game, bro. It's a beautiful game,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
It was an ode to gamers, bro. And I can't wait for the DLC. That shit is gonna be hard. I don't think a DLC can win Game of the Year, because otherwise I might put.
No, actually, I don't. The DLC is not coming out this year.
No.
But what they said in moving forward, the new rules for at least for video game awards. And now we're not running with them. Like this isn't necessarily adjacent to them. So Zion, I will get to your comment, but we don't necessarily want to know about the VGA's nominees. We just want to know your game of the year and why.
Yeah, your personal.
But as far as actual Jeff Keighley and them goes, they said that moving forward, remakes, remasters, DLC, and expansions can count. It is solely upon the actual judgment panel's job to vote them in. And if they feel that a particular expansion is meaty enough to warrant it being voted in for any category, and moving forward, they are eligible for it.
Yeah,
because otherwise I would also throw in the pot Shadow of the Erd Tree. Even though I haven't finished it yet, I actually need to play that on my Pro. That's probably gonna look so nasty. Ooh,
maybe.
Ooh, yes. Okay. So Shadow of the Erd Tree would probably be up there as a DLC for me as well. That fight with Mesmer was crazy. Oh, it took me days to kill Mesmer. Days.
That is not sound like fun.
I have not.
Oh, it was glorious when I finally murdered him. It was glorious.
I haven't built up enough rage.
It took me days, Perry. Days, okay? Days.
So he ain't built up enough rage to
I ain't gonna lie, it took me days to kill to get Erlang out of there from Black Myth Wukong, the God of War of that game. So,
like
same vibes.
So my thing is, I can validate playing Black Myth Wukong and going back and fighting for days. I have no reason to going back to Elden Ring. I have the platinum trophy, and there's no trophy rewards for this DLC. It's strictly there.
They didn't like roll out new trophies with
So there's literally there's no validation. Like I got the platinum trophy, and I did it before the patches. I beat
essentially
people.
You have the platinum, you could just lie and tell people you beat it. They would just never know.
Exactly. So the hell you
heard it here first, folks. Perry's a liar.
Big liar.
Yeah, it's all good.
The demigod has changed himself.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to my Discord. That was
yeah, your camera turned off for a second. Now you're back. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
What about you in metaphor?
Man, look at you. You know me so well. Yeah, my game of the year is absolutely positively Metaphor Refantasio. I'm having so much fun with it. I've called it the curse game because it seems like every time I get a chance to sit down and play it, I am bombarded with fatherly and marital requests to go do things that are not playing video games. But every time I get more than like 2 hours to sit down and play this game, I'm just reminded how fucking good it is. From the characters to the art style, playing it on PS5 Pro kind of cleans up a lot of the issues with performance, so it's running buttery fucking smooth now. Thank goodness. It's just all around a good game. You know what I'm saying?
What are you
I
playing?
never the Metaphor Refantasio.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like I never thought that I needed hip hop opera that wasn't Beyonce in the early 2000s. Um, like the shit is just good. Like I don't, at least at the point that I'm at right now, I don't think that I've found anything that is inherently wrong with the game. Like there's been nothing to me that has come off as a point of contention. If you, especially if you're a Persona fan, I'm sure if you're not a Persona fan or you're not a JRPG fan, you can find problems with the game. But like thus far, it's a near perfect game in my book. So um definitely there. And then if I had to say there was a second game I would follow up on, I'm gonna have to join the hype train with my boy Zion as well as Pack here. Black Myth Wukong is fucking good.
Bro.
It
Amazing.
it is
Amazing. It tugs at your heartstrings. It gives you enragement, you know what I'm saying? Like you get
yeah.
all emotions
So
from it, man.
like you guys know me well enough to know that when it comes to anything that is remotely Souls like, my attitude with those games are usually I'm gonna play them until I get tired of them. Not until I'm frustrated and can't beat a boss. I've done it with Bloodborne. I've done it with Demon Souls. I've done it with Elden Ring. I've done
Yeah.
it with Sekiro. And some people say Sekiro is the hardest of the bunch. I don't know. Sekiro is really fucking easy to me. Um,
You
but
like countering things.
yeah, I just played them until I was done with them. That's always my thing. The game will not be done with me. I will be done with the game. And I went into Black Myth Wukong with that same state of mind. Probably not going to finish it. I'll probably play like a good 20 hours of it, get a feel of it, and go on to the next thing. And ended up beating the game, at least in its base form. I haven't gone through to do the true ending yet. So maybe that's where, like classic Greg comes in and I'm just like done with it. But I did roll credits in some form or another. So there's that.
Yeah, bro.
Put the toys
Rolling
back in the
credits
bag.
for the first time is amazing.
Right. You get that baby boy Jody in the womb kind of
Yeah.
clip, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah,
know.
man.
I
Go
had no
go
fucking
go
clue what
fight
that was.
Erlang, bro. Go fight Erlang.
I thought about it, but then there's like a collectible or two or some shit I gotta go do. And I had to scrape through the maps, and then it was just too much like tasky, like yeah, like now it feels like homework. So I don't know, maybe, but I want to have fun. I don't want to
I
do
mean,
homework.
you could always get a new game plus going.
you know, we could talk about new game plus, but we could always just talk about backlogs instead.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
Okay,
Let me look at
Perry.
my backlog and see what I got.
I have quite a few
Exactly,
games.
Perry. I know you said that backlog is looking mighty ferocious. So
It
is mine.
is.
It's that time of year right now. I think
Yeah.
the only thing that we know for sure is coming out is Marvel Rivals. So I hope to see you guys on Overwatch Marvel Edition because it's fun. It's fun as
I'll
fuck.
be there.
Maybe. I just saw the Wakandan map. That should look dope.
It's fun. It's
That should look dope.
like Don't get me wrong, it's Overwatch, but it's Marvel Overwatch.
Yeah.
Just imagine if they just took out fucking whatever the fuck Streaker and Spider and Gundam Girl and all those people, and instead they give you Venom and Penny Parker and Wolverine and Captain America. It is exactly what you think it is, and they are
I
not trying to hide
know.
it.
I know. I
So
know.
yeah, so other than that, the only other thing is technically Konami announced Metal Gear Solid Delta is coming out this year, but we still don't have a release date or an announcement that it's been delayed to 2025 yet.
Is it free?
So yeah, it's free. And they announced that all of their character releases are free as well. So I think the only thing you pay for is actually going to be
Skins.
your skins and season pass.
All right, Zion. I might trust you on this, man. You say it's gonna be gas. We gonna fuck around and
Yeah,
play it.
I played the beta. It was really fucking fun.
I don't trust you, Greg. I'm gonna trust Zion.
You
All
don't
right.
trust me just because I played with Storm.
I don't trust you. I don't trust you. I love Storm.
Yeah,
But we know you love Storm.
we know if I
We
can play
we know
with
you
Storm, I'm a happy
love
camper.
Storm.
That's my girl. Yeah.
Indiana Jones looks fun bad. No. You
Looks
lost
fun
me.
bad. Can you explain fun bad? Because I think I know what fun bad is. Like it looks like it's fun, but it's also kind of one of those games that looks like it might be kind of iffy. Is that what fun bad means? Or you mean like it looks fun, like really, really bad? Like explain that. Because
Please.
I don't know. And
Please explain fun bad because that's scary.
is that like Sinbad? You know what I'm saying? and before I'm accused, I don't know if you can see it, but this is the corner of my Xbox Series X, and we've got Nintendo Switches, and we've got gaming PCs. So there's no like inherent fanboyism here, but
not really.
I don't.
We just know what the superior machine is right now.
So bad it's good. Yes.
So bad it's good.
Yes,
bro. That shit's gonna be terrible, man.
It looks so sketchy, and I'm so mad my boy Troy Baker is wrapped up in it. Like,
oh my gosh, that shit's gonna be terrible.
But you can't knock him though. It's like you get an opportunity to play fucking Batman, Joker, and Indiana Jones in your career. Like you say fucking yes. Like what? Why wouldn't you? But yeah, the game does look pretty sketchy.
And that's a WB game, right?
No, it's Bethesda, I think.
Is it Bethesda?
It's a Microsoft first party
Oh,
exclusive.
okay.
And I say exclusive
I was worried.
because it comes out on PlayStation next year, like early next year or some shit they said.
I was worried about it because WB can't take too many more losses.
No, it wouldn't be able to be a WB game anyway because Disney owns the rights to Indiana Jones. So
what is it? The Dial of Destiny, or is that a movie? Indiana Jones.
That's the game.
So anyway,
I don't know, just,
oh yeah, that is a game. That is a game. Dial of Destiny.
Yeah. So anyway, regardless of the fact, Indiana Jones is supposedly coming out. Marvel Rivals is coming out, and we're suspecting Metal Gear Solid Delta is going to get delayed. Despite those three games that could potentially destroy backlog season, what games are we looking at pulling out and getting through for backlog season?
Well, I have quite a few.
What you got, Perry?
So
let's try to keep it to 3.
I was just gonna tell you what I purchased. I'm picking 3 that I'm gonna play. They're just sitting there.
Oh my God. No, Perry, we're not adding games to the backlog. We're trying to like unbanish them from the backlog.
No. These games have already been bought and they're just sitting there.
Oh my God.
He's adding games to his backlog. Help.
So with my new job, I get new perks. I can buy what I want as far as video whenever I want.
I can't wait.
Right. The catch is he just can't play them.
Right. So Metaphor, Space Warhammer, Spider-Man 2, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, actually getting into playing. Black Myth Wukong, Silent Hill 2, Stellar Blade, and Final Fantasy Crisis Core, and then the new one. Yeah, and Resident Evil 3, and yeah, that's that. But the ones I want to pull out and actually play is because I only have a certain amount of time. Because unfortunately, when February comes, I am hunting monsters and collecting their
Oh,
skins. Become a
oh,
god of destruction.
yes.
So right now, I'm probably going to try to go through Silent Hill 2, Black Myth Wukong, because those seem pretty short and to the point. And then just wrap up my trophy hunting. Baldur's Gate.
You could
I
probably
got
beat Black Myth Wukong in a week and a half if you
If I
put your mind to it.
if I put my
if
mind
you
to
if
it.
you press it, yeah. I'm not mad at that. Um, Pack, you want to go next, or you want me to go?
I can go.
All right.
Let me see. I need to get through. I bought Helldivers like 3 months ago on complete accident, and I never played it.
Let's be real. You're not gonna play Helldivers unless we all play Helldivers.
That's true. That's
You
true.
just awkwardly own a game you'll never play.
I
We're all
awkwardly
guilty of at
own
least
this
one.
game. It's awkward as fuck that I own this game and I don't play it. Um, but let me see. Looking at my list right now, I need to finish my Baldur's Gate run, my solo run. I need to play Armored Core and finish that. I'm stuck
Same.
on this boss right now.
Ooh, Armored Core.
Mhm.
That's probably it looks fire actually. I did play it on my pro. It looks amazing. And it moves so smooth compared to the original PS5. Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Try it out. Um and I think my third one probably be uh, I don't fucking know. Resident Evil 8 maybe?
Hmm.
Because I haven't
That's not
played that
bad.
at all.
Yeah, I should probably get around to Resident Evil 8 myself, actually. Yeah, that's not bad though. Um, right now, the biggest item on my backlog is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I tried it when it first came out, and the resolution mode looked great, but was just too sluggish, and the performance mode was just too muddy. So
Mm,
I couldn't enjoy it the way I wanted to, especially because
mhm,
Final Fantasy games have always been 30% the aesthetic. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna
mhm,
say
mhm.
that's all they are as pretty games, but that's always been a very like important part of their legacy.
Right.
So definitely Rebirth is on the list. Along with that, I've also and this is kind of cheating for backlog, but I want to play through Near Automata again, or Automata, however you're supposed to say it.
Mm.
Um
Don't they have an update too?
no, it's a PS4 game. So I might get like the game boost from the PS4 feature, but it's not like it's they
I
never
thought they
remastered it.
converted it to PS5.
Nope,
Hmm.
never. But I
Okay.
definitely want to kind of get back into that. It's a really cool game that has a really cool story to it, and I think it's going on like almost 10 years now. Crazy
Mm.
enough. Um, and now that I'm a little older, a little bit more mature, and it's a little more thematically relevant with all the AI shit that's going on, I really think
Uh,
it would be a really interesting game to get into and play to completion. Um, other than that, I mean, there's so much on my backlog. I don't even know where else I would go.
Stellar, but I still need
Well,
to play Stellar Blade,
actually,
bro.
actually, Zion, I think I'm with you. I think I could put Stellar Blade as my last one. Um, I did do a review on Stellar Blade simply because I think Stellar Blade is really good. I think the gameplay is amazing. What Stellar Blade lacks in a lot of ways is a story that is meaningful, and I'm like a person that's big on narrative when it comes to games, and because that narrative was so
We've
lacking,
been through the narrative on Destiny. Shut that shit up. Big on
I
narrative.
well, Destiny's narrative is delivered in such a fractured way. And, like, it's gotten better like in recent days.
Yeah,
But
it
you
has.
remember even with Final Shape, like one of the biggest things I was like, oh my God, like they finally got me with the story. I care about this shit.
Yeah,
This is good.
yeah.
Like when they deliver that story and it's firing on all cylinders, I'm there for it.
I
But
hear
when
you.
when I
I'm
gotta
just
go
talking
through the
shit.
lore books and shit, like no thanks. Like I'm not reading through the lore books. Like and I'm the same guy who played Digimon Survive, which was like 80% graphic
Reading,
novel
bro. Come
and
on.
20% gameplay. But it's like
Dang.
I don't sign up for that shit when I'm playing a shooter. Like, no, I'm not looking at your lore books. Fuck your lore books. Like, put it in a cutscene or ban. How about that?
Or bang.
Anyway, yeah. So I'm with you there. Like Stellar Blade, I just started. I believe what looks to be the last dungeon. But I've only been playing it for like an hour here and there. So I'm gonna go ahead and join you on that one, Zion, and say Stellar Blade, Rebirth of Final Fantasy VII, and then getting in a second playthrough on Near Automata or Automata or Automata or however the fuck you're supposed to say it.
Jesus.
I wish
Butcher it
somebody would come
more,
out
why
and
don't you?
no one has ever corrected anyone. Like
No one has ever corrected anyone?
no. Like you would think at some point, like a creator or a developer or the guy that named the fucking guy would come out and say, "Hey, it's actually automation. We're just weird and we spelt it different."
Oh,
No,
oh God.
no,
Nobody
they
has
didn't.
ever
No,
corrected anybody in saying the name of this game.
yeah,
That is
no. So
insane.
we don't know.
That is insane.
Yeah, but yeah, that I think
That's
that
the
brings us
to our
that
to the
brings us to the end,
recommendation.
right?
Yeah, that's the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the end. That's all we got for today.
Wow, so we have recommendation. I have a recommendation. Um, I don't know. Let me close it out because mine's gonna.
Okay.
Recommendations.
Eric's about to give us a life motivational one. I feel it. I can taste it in the air.
All right, cool.
All right, I'll go first.
Okay.
Recommendations. I recommend to watch Penguin.
Yes.
If you
I felt
have
like that
not
was coming.
watched Penguin,
The
watch
way you
it.
say penguin.
Watch it and bring a box of tissues. You understand me? Watch it. That show
Along
is
with that,
amazing.
and along with that as well, I'm going to give you an honorable mention because you guys almost badgered me about it yesterday, but apparently I need to start Arcane. So that's that.
Perry, there's your honorable mention, my boy.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Excellent. All right. My recommendation is going to be if you have not yet, and it'll cost you a couple dollars, but check out From. You can
From
like buy From. It's a show. It's on MGM, which no one fucking has the MGM streaming service, but you can pay like $2 or some shit and add it on to your Amazon Video Prime Now account or whatever the fuck it's called. And it's really fucking good.
really.
It is a show, like, just to kind of give you the premise very quickly, these people wind up in this town in the middle of nowhere where these pseudo vampire demon things come out, and it's live action, come out and pretty much terrorize and eat people every night. And they are stuck in this place with no way to get out. And as more people come in and they don't know what the fuck's going on, the OGs that have been here don't know what the fuck is going on. And it gets to a point where a certain group of villagers say, fuck it, and start to try to piece things together in order to find a way out of this hellhole. It's really good. It's really confusing. It's one of those shows that is mystery on top of mystery on top of mystery. And here in season 3, where I think there's episode 9 and then episode 10 next week is the last of the season, we're finally getting to a point where things are starting to piece together and people are freaking the fuck out.
Hmm.
So definitely
All
go
right.
check out From. It's fucking fire.
Something to look forward to.
Yes.
Carrie?
Jinx.
Watch before anything, watch Arcane. It's beautiful. It's magical. It's great. But I want to thank everyone for tuning in. You guys have been amazing and all that good stuff. My recommendation: run your race.
Ain't that it?
Run your race. And the reason why I say that is because there's a particular individual that always and forever will watch our every single move. He's always in my story. He's always trying to reply to everything I post. He watches my every move. He wants to be me. And it's funny because he no longer has a name. He is just
Suburban.
Suburban.
Man.
So like when
Why I like
you
the
when you don't
Taliban?
have content out for over a month and we're still the pinnacle of your mindset, it's funny to me. But here's a word of advice. Run your own race. You're always worried about big time black streamers doing what they love best and always hating on them, trying to denounce and downplay them. But you will always support or always uplift other communities of other races. If you hate the color of your skin, that's on you. And the fact that you cannot find your community, that's on you. Because you think your brash behavior is something that isn't welcome because of just or no, it's isn't welcome because it's toxic and you think you are always right, but you're not. You can't communicate with anyone. Someone who actually sat there and supported you and actually tried to give you game, you went off on them on stream and we clipped that.
On live stream.
Online stream.
Sorry.
Understand that if we ever wanted to push that button to expose that, we would, but we haven't. Because you're nothing. For the past month, about 2 months, I've been focused on nothing but tech and building. If you watch every progression, every move that I've made, and you see the connections that I've made, you see the people that I've talked to, black-owned owners of boot camps, people who are within tech, very knowledgeable individuals, being invited, actually being asked to build apps and platforms for other people, networking. And I'm humbling myself because I don't know everything, but I'm willing to help those, uplift them to go to the next spot. Hell, even my little brother and his close friend asked my boy G and Pac for advice to see what they can do with their streams to get to the next level. But yet, you have been on this platform for over 10 years and still hasn't hit 1K. You cried for over 2 months because we hit 1K before you. What? And we don't even try anymore. We're just here to have fun. We have other skill sets.
And said, fuck us on stream, and we wasn't even thinking about you.
At all.
Yeah, wasn't even worried about you, bro.
We can't. You're not in my tax bracket. You can never be me. You will never be me. You can't comprehend the words that I say. We're not in the same conversation. We're not in the same circle. So I allow you to just be you. You be free. Be let go. I'm not entertaining the fact that any violence want to come around because it's not worth it. I'm better than you now. So enjoy yourself.
Who are me? Suburban man. Why I like the Taliban?
So with that, run your race, bro. Cause it's
that nigga new name, bro. I ain't gonna hold you up.
Run your race, man. I'm not worried about none of that because it's stupid, bro. Like you 35, bro. And you want to be such a thug, bro. Like you play video games, nigga.
Won't like your status,
bro. You play video games. We'll talk about video games and anime. Like, why are you upset about that?
It's supposed to be fun.
Like, there's nothing about
how
being
you create beef out of something that's supposed to be fun.
Right, bro. Like you're good. There's
want to have fun.
Take the power. Take that hatred energy and put it towards your content because you just changed a few things. You could have blew it by now, but think you know everything.
No,
but yet you still take the
time remember that time we was playing Valorant and Buddy came in and was like, "Hey, stop having fun."
You remember how he said, "I'll never get a PC," but has a PC to help him with a stream and uplift and do all his content creation?
Remember when he said he'd never be in Discord, but then he got in Discord because we were right about PCs in Discord?
That part. What's up, young Charlie Wilson?
We over here talking about Suburban man, bro.
Suburban man.
Suburban man. Why I like to tell
exactly. If you have no views and subs are cool, but if you ain't got the views or the support actually messing with, like if you don't have a community, he doesn't have a community, all right. Like he doesn't have a community. That's
man. Charlie, you sick, bro. You sick. You need to stop. All right, you need to stop, Charlie.
This
Like,
that boy got a soundboard acting
dude
crazy. But it's like,
don't know how to act.
He's sick. The boy is ill.
Right. So got a soundboard, a new mic, and a girlfriend, and just wilding out.
so
Niggas don't know how to act.
I
Zion,
don't
I don't know if this is your first time here or not, but if it is, welcome. Hopefully,
Yeah, welcome, bro.
We'll be around. I
they'll be
just
around.
cleaned up my PC, so we'll be streaming and stuff and hanging out and doing the thing. So definitely stick around, bro.
Yeah.
But I guess it's that time, right?
Yeah, I'm good. I want to thank everyone for pulling up. I appreciate you, Zion. You'll see them more on stream. I periodically pop in now. I'm dedicated to everything tech. So if you have any ideas, if you want to coexist or you got people who want to build stuff, let me know. We'll be good. But Greg, do your thing.
All right. I just want to highlight the fact that y'all could have spent anywhere in the world this Sunday morning, but y'all was here with us. So just want to address the fact that that means the world to us. So if your name is Mr. Turner, if you are Messi, if you are Jazz B, Zion, T Will the Don, and of course Charlie and his girlfriend,
His wife.
y'all again deserve the heartiest gang.
Gang.
Have a wonderful week, y'all.
All right, y'all. Peace.